Linnorm. That was not on the list, says Lokrik.
No, it is not on list.
They've been known to enjoy being adored or worshipped by lesser creatures. I suppose crag Linnorms are weaker?
They were making offerings to it. So we saw signs of that. Giving it treasure and such things. But they're not there anymore.
The stories say that sometimes tall Linnorms delay in eating their prisoners. To bask in their fear.
Well, it's got no prisoners now.
I played a D&D character who was essentially Guts from Berserk. You remember that ad? It was in an Adam campaign.
Black Dog.
Black Dog, yeah, he carried around this massive sword, just ridiculously big. And he was doing things like Aiujutsu focus, which is like you pull out your sword really fast and hit something. So he was pulling out
he'd hook the sword on his back.
Right.
Cut a dude in half. Then put it back on his back.
It was such a great character. Yeah, it was fun.
There were some good characters in that.
Yep.
Ahmed's gonna go grab something to eat real quick, because it's Ahmed time to eat. But I'll be back.
So, it is...
A few minutes, sir.
Oh, it's eat o'clock? Yeah.
It's 8 o'clock.
Eat o'clock.
Nom nom nom, gears. Oh, dude, I had pizza today. Every day I have pizza is like the worst day.
Pizza is like
of
my kryptonite, man.
Well, it's one of those things where if you want to eat pizza but you don't want to go outside your calorie budgets, you're basically fucked.
Yeah, it's like here's your one slice of joy.
There was a round eye center steak on sale the other day, and it was like 50% off with the like last day expiry thing.
Yep.
So on Wednesday I had like a meal which was like 2.5 pounds of beef.
I'm gonna mute Ahmed for a moment. He's
yeah. It was just here's a stack of steaks on a plate. Go.
Okay.
Caveman.
So what are you asking Lokrik? He
well,
told you that
we were
sometimes
wondering if
it eats things. He says
eats
it'll
stuff.
eat prisoners, and sometimes it'll delay eating them so it can bask in their fear.
What would naturally move over a volcano, like a rock or something like that?
Pardon?
A rock isn't a really big bird.
Oh, I'm like, I understand your words. Knowledge nature to see if there are any rocks out there. Rocks, R-O-C, as in the big bird.
Knowledge nature. The rock isn't the big bird.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Knowledge nature. 13 from an Ukher, and Donovan, who actually knows stuff.
Ukher hasn't seen the big birds yet.
30 from Donovan.
Yeah, there are rocks on Vosgard. They are rare.
Before anyone suggests what we might be suggesting,
probably caribou. There are polar bears up there, and then it's in a kind of like northern mountain area. So
nobody worships like the big birds, right? He's looking for anybody with a holy symbol that would find offense if we basically fed a rock to the dragon.
Lemmy goes, no, but I think there's some stories that the Esclav have of respecting the bird spirits.
Do the Esclav eat fowl?
Yes. Why wouldn't they?
It's a form of respect. In some cultures.
We can always just go in and punch them out, says Altgar.
The key is to find a way to lure him out of his cave, out of his lava.
Well, what's he like? He likes treasure, he likes eating things.
Yes. He likes treasure, he likes eating things, he likes fear, he likes those who serve or submit to him.
Maybe you could go and give him an offering.
He's he's afraid of us at the moment. He will not react well.
Right. And how do you trick a thing that can see through most guises?
Well, we have discussed with him. We could.
Donovan notices that Lokrik absent-mindedly kind of fondled the pocket where he kept the gem. This happened coincidentally as he was talking about seeing through disguises.
Yeah, I'm a sense motive on him to make certain he's not under some sort of dominate or charm.
Sure.
I always break the DC. That's typically on most spells.
Yeah.
Here, I'll 43.
All right, and if he was trying to actively hide something, he gets a 43, which is the DC that you need to make on the check.
I did it.
So,
I win.
Yeah. No, that was kind of...
Although he's been practicing his lying.
Yeah, yeah, it's not quite like dominate. There's definitely an affinity for it.
Do I think it's a magical affinity? Or do I think it's just dwarvish nature affinity?
He likes the thing. There's something going on a little bit deeper than that, though. The thing he might consider very valuable. If it is a magical thing, it's subtle.
Okay.
Which worries you probably even more.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Later
domination, not suggestion, and maybe not even charm, but it could have influence over him.
We will eventually have a talk with him in an anti-magic field, specifically on topics such as this. I will make one and say, "Hi, how you doing? Do you care to answer a few of my questions? For only $9.95." I can rid you of your guilt. Monthly, of course.
Azildan hasn't joined you yet. I will have to have a talk with him. We didn't go through all that. You didn't go through all that trouble to not have him help.
Don't worry. Him not getting big pile of treasure will turn him around. He's just being big baby.
I'm sure he has his concerns. Still, showing up to my front door to punch out some guards is not the best way of reintegrating him.
We can show up to his shack and punch him out if you want.
No. I might have a discussion with him soon. It's obvious he does not want anything to do with hunting these linnorms. I can't help but wonder what the end goal of all this is. But still, the simplest, not having these great dragons on the side of our enemies, is good for us. in what is to come.
Yes.
Don't worry about the treasure. We'll sift through it. By the time you return with your next dragon horde, we'll have this one.
The two-headed one.
Sorted.
We know that the lava linnorm will, the tall linnorm will likely act defensively for a bit. We could observe him. We could taunt him, if you'd like. Speaking to Altagar. Send him sendings at odd hours of the day. What's interesting is that I suppose there is a second passage to Yig, and that is how the stone giants are supposed to make their way to Ragnarok. We know the path that the frost giants will take. We've seen the path that the fire giants are supposed to take, and is it possible to block these entrances?
We could just sink the iceberg, and then they can come all they want to the bottom of the sea.
Ice don't sink.
Yeah, well, you know, Lemmy will figure it out.
Yes. Well, I wasn't there for your interactions with the frost giants.
Maybe we can get some of these giants to fight on our side. You know, giants gotta live somewhere.
Yes. Altagar, are you a champion of giants?
He wields the hammer or whatnot.
Yes, he wields the hammer of the gods that subjugate the giants. Are you a champion for giants?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I guess so. You know, I got Gorlanto's tooth and all that.
Right.
He wasn't using it.
So, Ukher over there represents the tyranny of men against giants, and you represent the tyranny of giants against men.
No. Well, you know, I've beaten up a few assholes before, but they deserved it. Wouldn't call that tyranny.
Grolantor was not a gentleman.
No, he's a fat slob.
Yes, he didn't overcome his need to eat.
No, I don't breathe either. I told you that, eh?
Yeah, you mentioned. So, we need to contact the generals of these giant armies. We need to figure out who is leading them and ways to persuade them. Very likely, some of it will require some contact, some physical contact.
Word is some of the human nations are fighting amongst themselves. They should stop that, given that we know what is coming, says Lokrik.
Which humans?
Trudd and some of the other lesser kings.
Why don't we tell Trudd to stop being dick?
Trudd is the one that is...
He is the one we need to fight in Ragnarok.
It is hardly my place to tell my king what to do, says Lokrik. But at the same time, he seems to be doing nothing to stop his own vassals.
Ukher is preparing an extract.
Yep.
Of sending.
Okay.
He is going to drink it and send a sending to Trudd.
Right. What's Ukher diplomacy like?
Ukher diplomacy, it's not the worst in the world. He's got plus 12.
Oh, just through ranks, like spending the ranks.
You just spend in the ranks. I've put 13 ranks in it to get myself a plus 12.
Nice.
Here, I will,
Alright, and for those that don't remember, we're talking about King Trudd. He was the guy with a bit of swagger when all the kings met during Lokrik's coronation. And we've got King Godfred the Sly and King Zverk Left Hand are all the 3 kings of nations that are underneath the High King Ogmund of Vosgard. And then, of course, Lokrik. So all 4 of these guys pay fealty to High King Osmond. And apparently, King Trudd Thorgrim is at war with one of the other kingdoms. I think he's at war with King Godfred the Sly. I can switch maps to show you the map if you need it. Or... No? Okay.
No.
So Ukher is sending to King Trudd, who is the most adventurous of the 2, and he has his own boat. Like
yeah.
his own flying dragon ship that was gifted to him from High King Osmond.
If King Trudd joins us in fighting in Ragnarok, that's the same as an entire nation's army joining in fighting Ragnarok.
Right, he is also, like, since for Mythic, High King Ogmund is Mythic, King Trudd Thorgrim is Mythic, and so is Lokrik. You don't think the other 2 guys are.
No, exactly.
King Trudd is from a line of, like, warrior, princes that go back to, ancient times.
I'm finishing this off in kind of spur-of-the-moment style.
You want to read it in Ukher voice?
Ragnarok is coming. The battle lines are being set. The forces of men must unite. Get it done or be known as a Ukher.
Okay. Let me figure out a response.
Eat my peen. Trudd. I'm gonna go to the journal and put my sending in. Yep. Ukher's first sending.
Alright, he is going to respond. (15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. This is what I'm doing. Other kingdoms are weak. Care to help me? I have need of a competent second. A king, even.
Okay, I need to rest to prepare another sending, but...
Right.
I will do such a thing.
So Alder 11 party visits the Crag Linnorms and slays Crossstar Gregory. Body delivered to Volsensaga. Find a Tor Linnorm. And then Altagar hears drumming in the lava. Speak to Morfar. Learn that Volcano serves as gate to Mush.
Muspelheim.
The land of fire. Okay. And then Ukher does some sendings. Okay.
Ukher's response.
Oh, you rest for an hour?
I have to rest for an hour so that I can prepare my Surtr spells again, so I can prepare another 5th circle slot as ascending to...
Got it.
So it's 1 hour and 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 minute, and 1 standard action later.
Awesome.
When, where, minimal bloodshed.
Oh, you're taking him up on your offer, on his offer.
If the kingdoms of men are fighting, I would like Trudd in charge of the kingdoms of men, and not Surtr the Slimy or whatever the guy's name is. Slickback McGee.
King Goodford the Sly or King Zberk Left Hand?
Yeah, both of those guys. If he needs help to make things go away, I will kick in the door. I will knock over the guy's castle and say, "You're not king anymore because your castle's not for it." Boom! Your castle fell down. So.
Okay, this I do need the map for. Oh, give me 1 second. I'm gonna switch the
This weekend, prepare to be annihilated as the evil, divine, and mundane forces proudly present the Ragnarok at all locations in reality, featuring all your favorite villains. Don't miss the Survivors Barbecue Cook-Off. The first 100 people to enter Ragnarok will get 1 honorable death. Kenny's fucking hilarious. This Sunday.
Okay, go to Vosgard. Alright, so here's a bit of the, look at the territory before I give the response. I'm doing this to kind of remind myself as well. Dvergholm is up here, and Dvergholm has taken over the area of Runeshod and the surrounding Sissels, which is kind of like fiefdom. In Voslandic, basically you're managing that area. You've got 3 kingdoms to the south. You've got the Kingdom of Vosland, which is the land where the High King sits, the Kingdom of Hjolmark, the Kingdom of Gosterland, and there's one more in here. Is it only 3? Is the Hovland territories? How can there be 3 kings then?
King Trudd already killed one of the kings. Did we forget to?
Yep. That's, yeah.
When I say King Trudd did it, we could say Remy did it, but it was kind of a joint effort. There was teamwork involved. For a guy who was only around for like 5 or 6 sessions, Remy has had the biggest friggin' impact.
Oh, right, yeah. So he. Oh yeah, Remy gave them reason to die.
To knock over a
yeah. King Surtr left hand, I believe, is dead. That is
yes.
why, and he became
King Trudd is the king of those lands.
Yep. Or was it the Sly? He became king of Hjolmark, right? This land down here.
I thought so.
This guy right here. Yeah, he controls basically the access in and out of the Sea of Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's at war with the king of Gosterland. I killed the wrong guy.
Oopsie.
Yep. Yeah, so he basically did what you did. He got it over very quickly, and then, and is now at war with King Surtr left hand.
And we need people who will fight in the Ragnarok, and I don't know if other people don't need to. Ukher will help this guy with the king problem.
Okay. He says Gosterland will be mine soon. Let's see. There is a land without a king for a long time, full of warriors. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Fiefdoms of Ros. I'll keep track of these correspondences. I will paste that into the journal. I'll paste your sending there as well. Okay, Ukher to Trudd. Trudd's response. Yeah, the fiefdoms of Ross Rogel, you're not...
They haven't come up too much.
Nope. He's saying that there hasn't been a king there for a long time.
Trudd will help in Ragnarok, and he's going to bring warriors. We might have to give him a hand, though.
Lokrik is around. He's listening to this.
You probably shouldn't do anything, though. You should prepare for our defense from Dragholm.
He nods.
Yeah.
The dwarves can field a small unit. But we will need men as well. Perhaps I should visit some of the surrounding territories near Dverkholm. Hrossengrass has horsemen. The Hovland territories.
We need you to talk to druids.
Oh. Sorry,
speaking of which, I have to make a sending to Gallus.
Yes, you could do that now.
I don't have
How
to
you
type it out.
doing, one-eyed peg leg?
Yeah.
One hand McGee.
Galeth, how are you doing? Or just how are you doing? The weather in Vosgard is
So let me send
winter.
to Galeth.
You're literally talking about the weather.
I'm letting him know the weather is abnormal.
Galeth's response. The weather here is cold as well.
Do you have any cups?
Lemmy, my friend. The weather here is cold as well. Are you going to speak to the druids? Many people are frightened. Galeth.
That's sending. Yes, I'll be coming shortly to speak with the druids. The weather, we don't know why. We don't know why. Although Vosgard and Nalbrun are down the chain of Yig that is not connected anymore. Right? If you remember the tree, the branch that cuts off at Vosgard, it continues down to Nalbrun. So if you've cut that off from Yig, you've lost your stability. However, I think it's got more to do with the wolf that's eating all the lights.
I pick up big stuff and make drugs to make me pick up bigger stuff.
Stims. I make stims.
Ukher, can you describe to Lokrik what you saw with the wolves? Perhaps he would be able to tell us what's going on with that.
Skulls.Ukher is eating life from the heaven.
Look, it's just...
Is that what's causing winter? Because if it is...
There's supposed to be a cold wave that comes from that.
The onset of Ragnarok does begin with Fimbulwinter.
No. My history isn't very good on stuff that wasn't from my home. So, and if we're honest, it's not very good on stuff from my home.
Awesome. I don't know shit about history. Got it. Where's the party here?
With Skulls, what side of Ragnarok fighting is Skulls.Ukher on?
I'd assume the bad one.
Fenris is on the side of our enemy. He shakes his head like he doesn't know.
So it's very likely that what's going on in the north?
Skull is Fenris's spawn, and Skulls.Ukher is the daughter of Skull. And then your puppy's the daughter of Skulls.Ukher,
yeah.
You know, so...
Yeah.
And she's where? Dvergham's. Yeah. No, sorry, Runeshad.
She did Runeshad.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I am most alpha, so they will listen to me.
Let me laugh.
Although she is very big.
There are reports on the fringes of Dvergham's territory that many wolves have been heading north.
This is all the more reason for us to get rid of the big wolf inside of you and replace it with a bear. Before we were told there would be a bear that we would stick inside. What about the bear?
This is yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. What if you are controllable by that power? Ukher? We need... So Altagar, in order to get the bear, my understanding, Ukher, is that it's in your home, right? Your home world?
Yes, I need to climb Ancestral Mountain.
So in order to get to your home world, we need... He looks at Midwick. We need to get the song to his world from your world.
Unless we have...
I know how to get to a place that trades with his world. There's probably the song there.
Right, Bartertown. Is that correct?
Yes, there are smaller specimens of his like at Bartertown.
You can get to my world from Bartertown too, you know. Bartertown seems to be the place that everybody goes to.
Well, yeah, you can get to lots of places with the gate, right?
Yes, you just need the right song.
I like Bartertown. Bartertown was fun.
Oh.
Says Altagar. You gotta follow the rules. You gotta follow the rules there. There's no stealing. I like it.
Right. Alright then. So what's the plan, smart guys? It's probably the smartest guy here, actually.
Well, we got lots of things to do. Lots of people to come in contact with.
Alright, so are we going to go and kill another linnorm, or am I going to go and talk to Galith's druids?
We need to kill the linnorm. Quick.
Which one? Which one?
2 heads is next.
I thought we were going after the one in the lava, the one that's hiding.
They don't need that one for crown for king.
So?
I think we need to kill it anyway.
It eats people, right?
I agree with that. I agree with Altagar. We need to kill it.
It is bad and it does eat people.
So when the battle happens, we won't have to fight it then. Somebody weaker won't have to fight it. We're saving lives, says Altagar.
You are not wrong.
Well, I know I'm not wrong. But thanks.
Alright.
Alright, do we know everything that we need to about the two-headed linnorm?
The two-headed one, that's the one in the lake, right?
Right.
Yes. That's one in the swamp, I thought.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
The sunken lake is where that thing is.
Okay. Alright. Well, whenever you guys are ready. I guess we can go tomorrow. We'll have all our powers back.
Yeah, okay.
Alright.
Hey, King, are you using your bath? I might want to, loosen up a little bit in the water. Lokrik just says fine. He'll let Altagar use the steam bath.
Nope.
or the
don't jerk her off in my bathtub!
The sauna, as it's called. Not sauna, sauna.
Lokrik, do you have another rod that I could perhaps use to plane shift to a different place? Because I will be needing to travel to Nalbrun as soon as we're done with the other linnorm. I don't want to use. I know how precious the rod is to you. I was wondering if you have a different one that I could use.
You want to use the one to the heavens? Is that what you're saying?
A different one. If he has a different one, I don't want to keep using it because he's very protective of it. If he has a different one, he doesn't.
They may have had it, but you're pretty sure that the thefts while his cousin was in charge have depleted some of the magics of Druskog-Og.
Okay.
Does Donovan know any songs to non-prime planes?
Give me a knowledge planes.
Okay.
This is to see if you know the nature of the Songgate network.
Da, 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 da. 37.
The Songgate network doesn't go to places other than the Prime.
Interesting.
It only goes to Prime Worlds.
That is cool. So I guess that makes sense. It only goes to places you can't plane shift in between. Like, not directly. It goes...
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a very neat question. Game 56.
Sorry, wait, what was that question? I was thinking about...
The song gates can't solve your problem, Lemmy. We need a rod to go to an outer plane to get inner plane. I can't. I don't know my plane terminal. Adam doesn't know the plane terminologies. To get to a non-prime plane.
Outer planes are where the gods live. Inner planes are like the primordial planes of the stuff that makes up the universe or the multiverse.
And the material planes in the middle. Okay,
the material
so to a non-material plane. To get, the song gates can't get you off the material plane. You need to get. You need a rod either to go in or out from that ring. Which we probably should find. Craft, ask for.
Bartertown? Let's just get to Bartertown and ask for a rod. I'll buy it straight out.
So, there has to be a smarter way to deal with that, linnorm. A creative method.
I mean, to be honest with you, it's been working. Look at these guys.
No. The lava linnorm. The tall.
Oh, the lava linnorm?
So Marty uses the Great Wheel cosmology in his campaigns because he likes it from way back in the day. I didn't sort of update my... for very few campaigns will I use something other than this, because it's kind of what's in my head. And I'll show you a picture of the outer planes at least.
Hey, Mark.
So there's on the stream, there's the outer planes cosmology. So the outlands you've actually visited before, and they're at the center.
Oh, Marky's here.
And there are gate towns that lead to all the other outer planes, and that sits on the outside of the. There's a layer of the prime material, and on the inside there are the elemental planes. So that's just one piece of the cosmology. And Yig goes from the material into some of these planes and connects them in ways that that sort of unifies different places of it. But no, the gates, the song gates, don't go to anything that I'm showing on here. They only go to the prime material. Yeah, that goes back to second E. Planescape. I have this really cool poster that is very close. Let's see if I can. There's a. I put it on particle board. There we go. That has all the planes kind of all around in a circle. It's on my wall, and people come and stare at it, and ask what it is, and call me nerd.
And they play a couple of rounds of D&D.
A couple of rounds of D&D? Sure, man. Let's just do a round.
What? Yeah. Just do it. Oh, okay.
Roll initiative to get into Marty's apartment. Yeah.
You know what? We've heard some of the bangings. Every once in a while, there's a guy who is rolling initiative to get into Marty's apartment.
Yeah, Mark doesn't like sigil, and I don't concentrate too much on sigil, and I'll pronounce it sigil, not sigil. That's silly.
So, help me out here.
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be a way of... So mass suggestion is creatures targeted, no two of which aren't within 30 feet, which means I can't mass suggest what I can't see.
Nope, but if it peeks its head out, you can mass suggest.
Same with suggestion, same with dominate. So what we... Okay, so Donovan
polymorph, baby.
Donovan feels bad because Altagar wants to kill the lava linnorm, and with good reason, and we didn't do it, and we should do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, was there any possible way,
Yes.
you giant wang, thank you.
No problem. Is it possible? TM answer in magical universe? Yes. Yes, it's possible. Go try it.
Illusions don't work against the thing with true seeing, so invisibilities don't work. The only thing you could do is make a stealth check that is good enough that you can make it, but then you also have to be able to perceive better than like that range modifier for you to actually see any shit that goes on.
Just moving the box. Give me a sec.
We could camp out. So Donovan's having like a little thought crisis. He's having an autistic crisis. It's not fair that it can just be that way. That's not how things are supposed to work.
That's an image from Kenny about Planescape Torment.
Oh, who's the little baby seal? Oh, who's gonna get clubbed? Oh no, Canada. It might be a fox. So we could just watch the pit for a while.
Yeah, okay. But we won't have all our spells running. Gotta go in and hit it fast and hit it hard.
Well, we would prefer for it to come out.
Yeah.
Hey, how long do those slippers last for when you're on clouds?
Oh, airwalk lasts for a long time. We can...
No, his slippers let him walk on clouds, right?
Oh yeah, those things. I haven't really used them too much.
Huh. Oh. Do you know how long they last for? All day, or is it like...
About 10 minutes.
Alright. Okay, it's not enough to scout.
No, it's like for a battle or two.
Alright, well, we could just go into, our elemental farm and just wait there.
I could send to the being to try to scare him out of his pond.
They're just deliberating, Mark.
Oh, I've been following on Twitch.
Oh, okay. So you know that you heard drumming in the lava?
Yes.
Okay.
And there's a gate to
Mush.
Full of
Lets me
Vanaheim.
know that there are definitely magical drums in that lava, because drums don't do that.
lava drums.
Well, they actually thought it had something to do with the fact that you're quarter fire giant.
Quarter fire giant, Grolantor's tooth. There's a gate there. One of these things.
You like the color blue.
So, we weren't certain what Altagar's plan was, so I sort of talked him down from just charging the lava.
That was his plan, actually. Charge the lava.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't doing that without you here. It seemed kind of, I don't know, reckless to do with someone else's character. Because my character's going to be like,
yeah,
the fuck
yeah,
he
fair
did?
enough.
Look what he did!
Yeah, when that sort of thing doesn't work out and the guy comes back, it's like, what?
Oh yeah, there's no body either. It got burnt up in the lava. Also, your gear gone. Lava.
Right. Okay, so what are you guys doing? Lokrik is there to answer what questions you have. He's helping you sort through treasure. The day that you guys fought the Crag linnorm has gone and passed, and it's now the next morning.
Just a heads up, Mark. Ukher was having some sendings with King Trudd, because some of the humans are having some petty little war.
Yes.
And King Trudd said, well, help or shut up, basically. So I
in
said,
his typical
okay.
badass fashion.
And Ukher said, "Okay, let me know when you need the help to end the
Oh,
war
and the
with
part that
minimal
he's leaving
bloodshed."
out that Ukher knows was that he was offering him one of the kingdoms in Trudd's new vision of.
I don't know. I don't need Trudd's new whatever. He's less concerned with the titles, but no, whatever.
And then there was
Well,
there was a sending to Galith, and apparently Nalbryn is cold as well. Winter has not released its grip upon Nalbryn.
Now I don't know if this is global, but Lemmy hopes that it has to do with the fact that Nalbryn and Vosgard are on the same piece of Yig that got busted off. So hopefully, if we can reconnect, then it comes back. But
so right now, Donovan's machination on how to get the dragon out of the lava hole is to make an outrageous, scary demand through sending spell, intimidating probably Surtr or one of Surtr's, like Surtr's wife, I guess, is what we'll pretend we are. In an effort to make it do a thing that requires it to leave the lava.
You want to intimidate Surtr or Surtr's wife?
No, I want to imitate.
Oh,
Surtr,
imitate.
or,
Okay,
imitate
I heard
Surtr or Surtr's
intimidate.
wife.
Like,
To
good luck with
intimidate
that.
the linnorm.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
So it's a bluffing intimidate.
A bluffing intimidate.
Nice.
Go for it, charisma boy.
And like a mimicry, because it is your voice, right? So do you have any way of
Well,
assuming...
the problem is if it's ascending, which is so I might have to do it through like a message spell and a
Scry?
a message spell and a scry, right? Because ascending, the person automatically knows who the sending is. It's part of what the spell says. They recognize whoever's done it. So the answer to your question is
Fuck out of there!
That's hilarious.
I have perform act. I don't know if that's mimicry. I don't have the voice mimicry power, and then any spells that I use to do it won't work because true seeing.
well, the problem is you need to know what they sound like.
I don't need to know what they sound like. I just need to get the message right.
It depends on if that thing knows what they sound like.
If that's what I'm saying. If you're trying to convince
You'd be
them of-
surprised how many big guys talk like this. It's really weird.
Especially after you give them a kick in the,
Give me
Yeah, that
a
helps.
spellcraft check.
Alright.
the easiest way is to do ascending to one of the gods there and just mimic their voice when they respond.
31.
But I wouldn't suggest that.
There is a there's a
won't
first
piss
level
them off at
spell
all.
that is a
There's a
bard
first-
spell called Vocal Alteration that allows you to change the pitch of change a target's voice. You can gain a +10 bonus on disguise check when trying to fool the listener with this spell. So
it's
it sounds
disguise
like
check.
disguise is what you're trying to do, and let's read up disguise as if you're trying to pretend to be someone.
Cool.
Of course, you've never met the person
Excuse me.
you're trying to mimic.
It would be to sound like not yourself.
Yep.
And it is a transmutation, yes. Not an illusion. There's also the higher level bard spell called Sculpt Sound. Which I thought was an illusion. No, it's a transmutation. You can change the qualities of sounds, but cannot create words which you are unfamiliar yourself. you can drastically change your voice. Sculpt sound, so I don't have to, which is a higher level version of that.
Yep. I don't know if you took those spells because you can only access the non-standard through your mythic power.
No, sculpt sound is standard.
Oh, it is a standard CMB spell? Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yes, and it's standard action. So I can...
It sounds like a plan is being hatched.
Yeah, the hatchening.
How long do you think it'll take you to do this? Because I can meet with those druids now.
An hour to set up, I suppose.
Not enough time. All right.
So now the question is, how do we communicate the message?
Sending.
If I send it, sending will identify me to the target.
Why don't you craft it into a block of gold and have it appear in front of him?
That might melt in the lava.
Not in the lava, but have a thud, and then he comes out to see what it is.
Yes. What about those spells like Magic Mouth? Let's use every weird spell in the spellbook to try to do a thing.
Big pair of pouty lips appear and speak to you.
Well, imbue with an enhanced mouth that suddenly appears and speaks its message the next time a specific event occurs. The message must be 25 fewer words long, can be in any language known by you, and can be delivered over a period of 10 minutes. Command words are activate magical. So
the party, the next thing they're doing is going back to the volcano to go deal with the Tor linnorm. Is that what?
Yeah,
I think
that's
okay. I'm gonna switch maps to that map then.
Okay. We have adamantine ingots.
Mm-hmm.
So adamantine isn't going to melt in lava. I could put it in a magic...
Adamantine melts. Otherwise, how do you shape it?
with the Dwarvish Superforge. It really depends on how Marty runs things. Would the adamantine ingot melt in the lava?
You don't know.
Hey, King.
Give me a craft.
Does the adamantine ingot melt in the lava?
No. Maybe if it stood there for a long time.
So...
The ingots, maybe. Finished adamantine. Well, from strictly damage point of view...
20d6 will eventually get through the hardness of adamantine on average.
Yep.
Even divide by 2 because it's an element. It'll get through there sometimes.
Yeah, if it's magical. Yeah, Lokrik thinks for a moment. We don't have a forge that can make adamantine weapons here in Verco.
But he can because he's super duper.
He can. Yep.
Right.
There's a little twinkle in his good eye.
he's like So here's my plan for consideration.
He tells you that on like those ingots, yes, non-magical adamantine will probably melt. Magical adamantine, maybe not, because he's got like crazy craft skills.
If we create a magic mouth upon an object that will attempt to spook the dragon out of the hole,
Okay.
Now, here's the question. I want to make the magic mouth so it suddenly appears and speaks a text or the message next time a special event occurs. The message must be, it can be in any language, delivered over a period of